Crafty friends, welcome back to another Card on Blue card tutorial. My name is Kimberly Smith. I'm the paper chef, and this month, which is February 2025, we're featuring the With You in Mind stamp set for Card Club. So we're going to go ahead and make this Best Wishes card. Pretty easy peasy card to make, and I thought we would change it up too by adding a little bit of a texture to a second option for this card. So we are going to use the Mediterranean Blooms Designer Series paper, which we used last weekend. And these are the pieces that we still haven't used yet. So I'm going to go ahead and use this piece here. And then I thought, we can maybe try out the same card, I don't know, with like maybe this piece here. We'll just see. We'll make two of them because this is all the paper that I have of this brand. Or not brand, this style. Let's take some Daffodil Delight card bases. So we don't need to make the card bases this week. That's going to be quicker. And we'll just go ahead and start cutting. Now I want you to get out your trimmer and I'll write down the measurements for you. And I'm just going to show you that we would, for this piece, let's see, we're going to turn it this way. And we're just going to go ahead and make a mat. So this is just a frame around an A2 card. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. And we're going to go ahead and make it 4 by 5 1/4. Now this piece here, we're going to use again, but it's not going to be as big. So we're going to go, right? This is going to be 4 by 5 1/4. Now we're going to put this across still. This needs to be the same length. So it's perfect length already. You just want to trim this little piece down to 1/2 inch. So even though it's 3/4 of an inch, it didn't look right. I made it 1/2 inch. Now if your paper starts slipping, sliding away. I couldn't go through a video without singing. But if your paper starts slipping, then you could tape it down when you cut it. So now we have this little piece. Now we're going to take the gold piece like this, and we're going to go ahead and make it, let's see, 1 inch. And the gold piece, you're like, what gold piece, pray tell? This is the gold piece that's in your kit, your Card on Blue Card Club kit. So we're going to go ahead and put this across here like so. And that'll be on top. Now I'm going to make, so I could have cut it, but I want to make sure it's exactly right. So what I'm going to do is after I'm done putting this layer on, I'm going to, go ahead and trim it from the back, which is one of the techniques that I always teach on this channel. Okay, lastly, we're going to go ahead and get this piece here. And you're going to look at it and just kind of see, where do you want, now, I don't know, if you've seen a citrus tree, they're not really upside down. So I'm not sure when they designed this, like what that was about. Somehow, like some of the, oranges are laying up and some are coming up from the bottom. So I kind of had to like go, okay, some of them look like they're hanging upside down, but I don't know. I'm not sure about that. Anywho, we're just going to kind of get the piece we want, which I would like these oranges to show if I could, but you're going to end up with, so what you want to do at this point is take your the die cut shape you're going to be using, right? So then in this case, we're using one of the rectangular postage. It's not rectangular postage stamp. It's something else. It's perennial postage dies. So when I put that somewhere, it's going to kind of block that one, but you'll still see these bottom ones. Anyway, it's okay. It's all good. We're just going to make it. So this is going to be 3 1/2, 1/2 inch smaller. And maybe I could make it so it's not going to be blocked as much if I go like that, maybe. So 4 3/4. And we'll write this down. I will repeat it again. That's going to be the inner layer. So what I want to do next is, before I go writing this all down, I want to take a moment to use up my scraps and see if I can make a second card. And then I thought I would take this background, right? And I thought I would still make this the inside background, but instead of using like a regular piece of basic, this gold, I was going to emboss it a little bit. I thought that would be fun. To show you the new embossing folder. Hey, why not use all the supplies that you have? So this is going to be another 3 1/2 by 4 3/4. So I've been so busy today. I had to take a nap when I got back. So at my church, we had the 33rd annual International Food Festival. My church is in Brunswick, Georgia. It's a Catholic church, and we have all of us, like the Council of Catholic Women and all kinds of volunteers. We got the men involved. We got like everybody involved, and neighbors and friends. My neighbor helped me. we did this big cook-off. So I did German bratwurst and sauerkraut. My mom baked for the bake sale. And then we raised thousands of dollars each year for charities. It's really, really fun. I'm just going to go ahead and start while I'm talking. I'm just going to adhere a couple of layers. So it was really fun. And, there was Mexican tacos and dips. And there was the biggest contingent in our Catholic church, the biggest group of people was, I call it a contingent, like the biggest organized group of the Filipino Catholics. They had rocked it on. They had probably, 20 of them and like 12 different dishes. I mean, they had lumpia and pancit and everything. They had even some flan. And then there was we had one from Cuba and Hungary, and we had Poland, and we had Ireland, Italy, and then even a lot of American cooks, like the Brunswick stew, because it was in Brunswick, Georgia. And it's debatable whether Brunswick stew is originated in Brunswick, Georgia, or Virginia. But we have a stewbally here. We celebrate Brunswick stew here. And it's a very good thing to make. So I had Irish potato soup. Anyway, it was fantastic. It was such a great event. And I'm kind of in a food coma from it. So much fun. I'm just going to see what I could use as a border. Now, we may have to kind of, since I don't really have a big one, kind of dig into what is laying around here. And just kind of for fun, see what I can use. And I'm just seeing what I have around that's kind of a neutrally sort of dark color. This is a dark. Okay. I'm going to dig into this one. This is a good one to use. Whenever you need something to use as a background, you should have a little pile of this paper. It's called Country Woods Designer Series paper, and you can never go wrong with Country Woods because everything will match. There we go, right there. Everything coordinates, everything matches. It's neutral. I mean, there's even these darker ones would even be better, but I don't know if I have a real dark one. No, these are light. This would work. I mean, everything will work. It's all good. So this is going to be 4 by 5 1/4. So the way we raise money is ahead of time. We sell tickets for the event, and then at the door, people can buy tickets. So it was $8 ahead of time, and then $10 at the door, and then they get 10 tastes of the different foods, which come in little cups. So if you ever want to, I'm just giving you the ideas in case you ever want to do this fundraiser with your local community. And then the cooks, they cook all the different foods, and then we donate our food and our time, and then so the money can go back to the church, and then we help charities. We help organizations. I'm sorry, we are like a nonprofit, but we donate our money back to other charities. So, and functions and things like that. We do scholarships and functions and charities and work. And it's really, really a cool fundraiser. It's our biggest fundraiser every year. So I was glad to take a part in it. Boy, am I stuffed and exhausted. And my mom got sick, so my neighbor stepped in. Both neighbors came over last night, and they helped me grill, and they helped me decorate cupcakes and finish off everything. And then we went to the event this morning, and they helped me set up, and then they helped me dish out food and everything. Okay, so what now I'm going to do is I'm going to get the extra, I don't want to attach these yet, so I put the gold pieces. I'm going to get an extra little strip for that one. An extra little 1/2-inch strip, because I really do like this paper. So anyway, one of my favorite things was the Greek salad. Someone said, make sure you go to the Greece table. And I'm thinking, I've had Greek salad before, that's something you can get anywhere. Oh, no. This was so marinated with the olives and all this, and all the different things were in with it, and the dressing, and it was and the feta cheese and all the good stuff. And it was the best salad ever. So I went back and got a bunch of them. Potato soup was good. I mean, I was so really, I'm sure you guys have specialty dishes. So feel free to share. I see some comments here, feel free to share the specialty dishes. And I'm going to chat and I'm going to read those later. And I'm also going to, just so you know, I want to give you a little teaser later. I just got this in the mail. Hello Spring paper pumpkin. So we're going to open that too. But I thought before I do this, let's take this little piece of gold, this extra piece of gold I have, and I'm I'm going to trim it just a little bit because it has a little nick on it. And we're just going to make a little corrugated. We're going to just use the folder. I already have a piece made, but there's this new embossing folder. If you don't have it, it's because maybe you're not a demonstrator. This is a great time to join Stampin' Up! Because not only can you pre-order stuff, you can join and get a discount, but we have a great special going on. And then you could get to pre-order products from the new catalog. Or not catalog, the new offering. It's called Mini Corrugated 3D Embossing Folder. So when I got it, I really thought it was going to be mini lines. Mini Corrugated 3D Embossing Folder. But it wasn't. It was like, the lines are huge. It's like, look how big these lines are, right? It's like, wow, that's really big. So anyway, I wanted to show you that, and then I have one already made that's bigger. So I'm going to put that in there. I'm going to keep it straight because I'm going to use it as like a little card element. I'm going to trim it down a little bit later, but I didn't want to trim it first because I know that this is going to affect like the size. Like if you trim it first and then you corrugate it, then what's happened is your paper shrinks. You're like, oops, that doesn't go across my card. So I figured I'd trim it afterwards. So to use a 3D embossing folder, use base plate number 1, and then you're going to use the 3D embossing folder. And then you're going to use this really cool embossing embossing plate. Okay, where's my embossing plate? Which was right here. I just embossed with it. Okay, hold on. We're finding it. Okay, haven't gone anywhere. Where could my embossing plate be? Oh, where did you go? All right, you know what we do? We go back to plan B where I've already embossed a piece. And out would come this after you find your embossing plate and you put that on top. And then to know it looks like that. Okay, so I'm not gonna keep looking for it, but that's what it would look like. So look, before and after. Isn't that cool? Okay, so I'm not gonna do that. And we're just gonna go here and we're gonna trim this down. So we're gonna make it 1 inch. Actually, let's do it bigger. Let's keep it kind of big. Let's go 1.5 inch because then we can really see it. Oh, I just love the noise it makes. Listen to that. Isn't that cool? Now we're going to take this little piece and we're going to put that across like that. All right, so we're going to go ahead and attach these together, and I already have this other one made. And we're just going to go ahead and put the adhesive on it like so. So what I'm doing is I'm just trying, and I did this last week too. When I make my cards, I like to do an alternate design sometimes, just for fun. Use the edge, the ledge on the edge, like so. I'm using Seal Plus adhesive. Anywho, I do some celebration tutorials, and every time I do, in these last couple months, I've been explaining what the specials are. So there is a special for joining my team, so please, check that out because it's only good till February 28th. You can join Stampin' Up. You can get to pre-order these really cool products like the one I'm showing you. You can get discounts on things. And we have a great team. Like we share a lot of fun things together. All right, so that's that piece. And now we're going to put that. You look crooked to me. We're going to put that on top of this one. Like so, and then I'll trim it off. I like it. You'll get to vote on which card you like better. We are an interactive group. So if you're just sitting there like a lump on a log, get interactive, talk to people because I can't always see all the comments, but I see you guys commenting each other. I will read the comments. So, all right. So Jean said she just ordered this. Let's put a little, Jean's on my team. In fact, Jean had her 5-year anniversary. She's been a paper chef for 5 years. She and Sue had their anniversaries this month. Oh, I really like this embossing folder. All right, let's see. Turn this around. And I'm just trimming off the edge. So this way I make sure especially with the corrugated pieces, You know, if you're not sure like what size, just kind of emboss it first, and then rub the edges to make sure it lines up. And now it really lines up. Not so much, it's not as hard with this one, right, to do. So for this one, I'm just going to put it on there. The other piece is already measured, so we're just going to put this one on. I can't remember which side I said I was going to put the little fruits. Let's flip that around. There we go. There's a little piece we'll put over the top of that. The measurements I'm going to give you, by the way, are this one, because this is the original card, so this is the measurements we give you. Even though I go rogue. And put that on top. That was already perfectly measured, and I know this was perfectly measured already, because remember, it was a scrap piece from the piece we cut there. Let's go. All right. In my live chat, I have Hilda Massey. Nice to see you again. Barbara Munn. Thank you for being here. Leslie, Outback Stamping. I appreciate you coming. Oops, let's get this there. So if you are not being notified of these live streams, you know, just go in and click that little bell on the right side, right of the video over here. Because it says, you know, 20 are watching live, which is awesome. Thank you, guys. And then you can hit, you can make comments, and you can hit, let's see, it was the exact size and still cut a little bit. Yeah, there you go. Just making sure nothing's hanging over the edge. It just seems, it's like, I think it's an optical illusion. All right, so that's the layer. Jean, yeah, that's what makes it fun to watch. I kind of just, yeah, I always go off script. She says I always go off script, yeah. Sometimes I tell stories, but I try to always, when I tell stories, I never want to waste your time. So I always tell them after I get my craft going or while I'm crafting. So because I never want to sit there and be like, hello, let me tell you about my day. And you're like, isn't this a crafting tutorial? So I try to tell you, if I'm going to tell you about my day, when I want to hear about your day, that's all cool, but we want to also craft while we're doing it. I'm trying to think. The reason I'm looking at this one so intently is I can't tell if it's upside down. I think this is right side up. It just kind of, it's just, make sure now we're going to get the card like that. I'm doing this one first because this one is going, it's a directional paper. This one, it should be directional, but it's like I said, some oranges on some of the papers look like they're hanging upside down, or is it just me? I mean, I've had mango trees. I haven't had orange trees, but I mean, I've had fruit trees in my yard. Not here in Georgia, but when I was living in Guam. And I had a mango tree, and like the fruit hangs down. So it's not like I've ever seen fruit go upside down. And so there is, but in this case, some of the oranges look like they're going in different directions. Oh, I really like that. Okay, by the way, the paper is Daffodil Delight. That's what we're using here. All we have left is the stamping. We're going to ink up with some Daffodil Delight. No, we're going to use lemon lolly, actually. Lemon lolly, lolly, lolly. Get your adverbs here. Okay, so I'm thinking I'm going to make that the top because there's a couple oranges hanging down. So I'm making that the top, right? And we're just kind of putting some yellow on the edges of that. And then we're going to stamp the best wishes afterwards. Hey, maybe we'll even make that one different if something else will fit on the same. I want to use the same postage doohickey, this one, the one called Perennial Postage. I'm just going to make a few of them. And you get to see that last week when I made a few of the Thinking of Yous, I got to actually use them. So I made another card that was different from our other card. So I like to have a bunch of extra die cut shapes so that I can use them. Okay, we're going to this. So we're going to, if we're going to ink up, I probably don't need so many. We'll do like 4. Whoops, there goes my bag. Hold on, I think I want to trim this down. I don't need it to be so big. It is a good bag for holding stuff, but it's like, come on now, you're too big. There we go. All the stuff is falling out. I keep the die cut shapes for the same month in one bag, and then as soon as month is over, the card club's over, I just start dumping them all into my die cut, or not dump them all. I have a great organizational system. I then put them all in my, like, I file them away in my little cases. And I actually have another pink case now. I did get, and it's on my Amazon store. So if you want to know where to get these cases, did it like show my ceiling or something? I see my hands again. Anywho, better not, I'm not going to touch my camera for a couple minutes just so that weird stuff doesn't happen anymore. So anyway, we're going to take Lemon Lolly and we're going to put it on a stamping block. So just go like that and get some on your stamping block. I'll put these over here for a moment. And then you're going to take your blending brush and you're going to just dip into your stamping block, right? So, and then you're going to just rub some off. And then you're going to get the edges of this perennial postage die. So again, just have your die cuts made. Make them ahead of time. It's really my advice. You have a bunch of shapes. It's easy for card making. So like, there's a shoebox swap coming up, and I'm doing this thing in March. You know, we're going to an event. And it's like, I don't have my swaps done. I don't have my shoebox swap done. But you know what I have done? My die cuts. So I'm not sitting there going, oh, what am I going to make? Well, I am sitting there saying, what am I going to make? Because I don't know what I'm going to make. But I am not sitting there going, oh, I'm going to have to get all these pieces and I'm going to be like freaking out trying to cut all the pieces. No, because I already know I already have my cards made, my card bases made. And I have the pieces, the die cut pieces. Now I just got to figure out, like, what DSP am I going to use? And I probably better order that soon because so that it gets here in time and all that. So then I have to know, like, I have to make a design. And then it's just a matter of mass producing the design. But die cutting is kind of like a thing that takes a lot of time. See? Oh, actually, I may have used Lemon Lolly in the first place. It does look like, it could be Daffodil Delight. But either one, just get a lighter color yellow and just sort of ink up your edges. So the things like about card making that you might be stressing out about is like all the extra little pieces and like how come it takes so long to make one card, etc. But it shouldn't take long if you're mass producing, if you're making a bunch of cards at once. So then it just shouldn't take very long. That's why even like I'm on live stream, but I'm still going to ink up these because when I'm done, I just, boom, make these 2 cards. And then I have 2 ready to go that already are going to be inked up. And then I can make 2 more cards so easily. I won't use Mediterranean Blooms because actually I'm out of paper and I don't have any more because I used it all for the card club. So anyone else who ordered a card club after the 10th, if you're like, why didn't I get a club? Everyone got their club. But if you ordered after the 10th of February, you did a PayPal thing for it or you subscribed or you ordered one kit, you're getting the March kit. Okay, you're not getting the February kit. So I can't even make one if I tried. I have nothing else to make it with. Like I'm out of everything except for the embellishments. Because I like plan ahead and just make the amount I need and I only make a couple extra kits and then I sell them and that's it. Any extra kits after that, I don't go backwards. I go forward to the next month's kit and like make more of the next month's kit. And then any old kits I have, they all go into my mystery boxes and things. I don't go back and be like, hey, everybody, I have a February kit. No, it's just too complicated. So I just kind of move on to March's kit because making kits is a labor of love. It's very intensive. But, you know, you'll really be happy with this month. Oops, got some ink on it. So when that happens, I want you to embrace it. Embrace any mistakes. So you have ink right there. So you go like this, and you're just going to use it to, like, you're going to then ink up the whole thing. So it means that I have some inky fingers, which is fine. So what I'm going to do is just take a sticky note and, like, try not to get it on the rest. But I'm going to go ahead and, you know, ink it up like it's done on purpose, right? And this one has to be a little darker because there's a big blob of ink. Or embellishments. Maybe you put a, like a butterfly there. One of the breast butterflies. Okay. This is like a really light color, but it's coming out like way darker than it actually looks, the Lemon Lolly. Last one. It's almost like coming out like fluorescent. All right, so that looks pretty cool. I really like it actually better when it's inked around all the edges. Kind of happy with that mistake, to tell you the truth. Now we're going to take the With You in Mind stamp set, which is like pretty awesome. So if you don't already have it, it's a part of the mini catalog. And you vote on the stamp sets, my Card on Blue members. Oops, wrong catalog. You know what I mean. It's from the mini catalog. I won't try to take it out right now. I thought it was laying right there. Okay, we're going to go best wishes. And then I think this is going to fit too. So we're going to go ahead and do, I'd rather have, I'm only going to make one best wishes card because that's what the title of the video is. And I have to, of course, make that. We're going to go ahead and use Night of Navy ink. It's a nice blue ink and it's one of the coordinating colors. We'll go ahead and get a different stamping block. And then I'm going to use like the thank you one because I do way more thank you cards than I do best wishes cards. I'm not sure about you, but I mean, best wishes is great for, you know, I have like a friend retiring coming up and like stuff like that. You have graduations coming up, things like, but really, and you know, weddings and things. See, thank you cards. I have to like thank all my customers and I send them. So I'm more thank you cards. So I'm going to go ahead and, so what I did is I inked up a sticky note, then hold it there for a few seconds just to make sure I have a good stamped image on this photopolymer stamp. I call that conditioning the stamp. Oh yeah, that came out nice. Okay. Oops, I already, I've already inked it up. So should I make another best? I'm going to go ahead and make one more best wishes because it's already inked up. Then the other two will be thank yous. We don't want to waste the ink after all. Throw that into the cleaning bucket. Grab out another stamping block. Okay, so when you first get your stamps, you kind of condition them and they need to have like, they have like some kind of silicone on them. So you're going to need to use more sticky notes when you first get them, condition them. Okay, now I'm back to touching the screen again. I hope that doesn't mess up. So Caroline Babcock, thank you for being a YouTube channel member. YouTube channel supporter. Thank you. And thank you for being here. Denise Funk, hello again. I'm just making sure I get the hello there. Diane H. So she likes the blue on top of the gold. Cool. I'm glad you like the blue and gold combination. And we're going to see how this looks. And maybe even something like could even smaller might work on there. So I'm just grabbing out my bag of die cuts to see if this might fit on there. Because I'm just thinking out loud, but this, oh, I might do it like a little do-a-turn there. I think I'll just do it that way. Like half and half. Anyway, I think that might fit better. So I'm going to see if that'll fit. Might fit better where we could see more of my corrugated gold. Oh yeah, that came out nice. All right, we'll do it. Thank you over here. So the Card on Blue Card Club, every month we make something blue. So we always make other color cards too. And I'll show you what they look like. I'll show you the one we made last weekend, and I'll show you the ones we're making. We'll make another tomorrow, and then we'll probably make one later next weekend. Like the third week of the month is when I know everybody has their kits in the mail. Well, maybe not my Alaska member or something like that. Everyone pretty much gets their kits. I know that I can start the club, and everybody has their materials. And so I've already started the tutorials, but I will go on till next week. So let's go like that and kind of lay these out. So this one we're going to make with one of these originals. So like this one, right? Best wishes. So we're happy there. You know, or this one, they're both nice. This one's kind of looks like a little bent. So I think I may even, when something's been bent like that, I may just emboss it because it kind of would look cool embossed. So put that over there for now. And then this one, I'm thinking that would be better than this because look, if you put that there, it kind of takes away from, you can't really see as much of your design in the back. So I put that there, then I could see more of it. And then I have these for later, which, you know, I can just switch out. So make yourself a bunch of things that you have, like a bunch of these little shapes and stuff that you can have on hand. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and throw this down. Even I don't feel like cleaning my mat right now. So I'm just throwing that down so I don't accidentally get stuff all over my cards, more stuff all over my hands when I open up that paper pumpkin kit. So that's it. So now we're going to take, this one didn't have any extra embellishments. This just has, but I will put some, I then put some butterflies on this one. But this one, because I've only sent you like maybe 8 butterflies each, I put butterflies on one of our 4 cards. That way you'd have enough to make 2 cards. So every month you have enough supplies to make 8 cards with 4 different designs. I always use at least 2 kinds of designer series paper. Sometimes more. Some months you get 3 kinds of designer paper. You get little specialty papers. This month you got little pieces of gold and something else. Let's see. Was it silver? It's brushed silver and gold maybe? Maybe you got 2 pieces of gold and 1 piece of silver. And then other months you get extra things. Like, and you always get like ribbons. We didn't even use the ribbons this month. But you get ribbons. You get embellishments. The card kits are carefully curated so that they're uniquely curated, you know, just with all the stuff that coordinates. So if I give you DSP, I give you card stock to match, ribbon to coordinate, all that. So it's a lot of fun to have all the supplies on hand. Then you can make it along with me without having to go buy a whole bunch of different things. You have all the supplies you need, except for your adhesives. Of course, you have to have your own adhesives. I even give you basic white envelopes. I give you the die cut shapes. I give you the things for the inserts in the basic white for the inserts in the middle. It's all good. So I thought this would be nice. Brush breast butterflies. Now, by the way, these are free right now. These brush breast butterflies when you purchase $60 at my Stampin' Up store. And not free from me, although you have my undying gratitude. I usually don't give out free things unless it's like I do send you a card and everything. But what I'm saying is it's free from Stampin' Up because it's part of Celebration. Isn't that cool? They just look really cool like that. Wonder why there's only big ones left on here. Let's see if we can get a small one. There's 2 sizes of butterflies. But you're going to get a whole pack of them. Let's see how many are in there. You're going to get 80 butterflies. Thank you, Lynn, for reminding people not to forget to like and subscribe. I'm going to go ahead and put the 3rd one right on the thank you because you can't really... The other ones got lost in the paper. Okay, so what do you like, my original or the new one that I just designed better? I will go ahead and write the measurements for you. They are the same, except this piece is corrugated and it would be 1.5 inches instead of 1 inch. Actually, I can just put that paper there. Then I won't get the yellow all around. All right, so Bonnie Blake, thank you for being a YouTube channel member as well. And thank you for reminding those to put the thumbs up. And I love how your friends are reuniting here. And Barbara loves the colors. They're fantastic. Thank you, Barbara. And Karen, nice to see you again. Karen Fintress. Hey, Nola just got the stamp set today. Yay, Nola. She's also one of my paper chefs. Team members. So this is Card on Blue Card Club. So the card itself, we always draw the card like this. These are the measurements. I always like to tell you which way the card is. So this one happens to be 11-inch card, right? Like this. I just like to open it up, show you. It's a vertical card. I call it a vertical card by 4 1/4. And then you're going to score it at 5 1/2. I'm not even repeating that part because I know that you've done this so many times that you're probably like, we know. All right, this other part I will repeat. This is going to be Daffodil Delight cardstock, the card base. Now, you're going to have 3 layers. So we're going to call this layer 1. And then, let's see, layer 2 is going to be something else. So layer 1 and layer 3 are going to be designer series paper. But layer 2 will be that gold. Layer 3. So we'll just draw it. It's going to look like this. Okay? Not to scale, obviously. All right, so the first layer of your card is going to be 5 1/4 inch. Oops, I'm sorry, 4 layers. Let's go like that. We're going to change this one to layer. We have 4 layers. It's all good. Layer 2 will be layer 2. All right, layer 1 is going to be 5 1/4 times 4 inches. Okay? Repeat that one time. Layer 1 is going to be 5 1/4 by 4 inches. Layer 2 is going to still be a rectangle, and it's going to be 4 3/4 times 3 1/2 inch. Okay, so I'm basically just taking a 1/2 inch around the sides. Yes? So there we go. Now, so layer 1, layer 2, and layer 4. I'm just going to write it like this. Layers 1, 2, and 4 are going to be, let's hold on, I have to make sure I can spell this right. This is a tricky word. Mediterranean, M-E-D. There's one I-T, one T, 2 R's. Okay, Mediterranean Blooms Designer Series paper. Okay, so layers 1, 2, and 4. All right, so we'll go ahead and write the next one. Okay, so layer 3. Now this is going to be your original card. This is the original card. The one I'm teaching you how to make today is going to be 1 inch with the gold foil. So it's 1 inch times the same distance across. So we had, oh no, times the same distance over here. So we have the 4 inches times 1 inch, right? 1 inch. And then you're going to take this one, this little piece here, and you're going to make it 4 inches times 1/2 inch. Okay, now this one can be, if you want to make it bigger like the one here, you're going to take the design and it's going to be, 1.5 inches, okay? I'm not writing that one, but this is 1.5 inches high if you want to change it to that design. But of course, we're going to change it to this design. I do recommend, if you're going to make the background so cool like that, that you use a smaller die cut shape. Don't use such a big die cut shape that covers up your really cool corrugated part. All right, so that's it for that. And then the ink. And then we could take your screenshot. Ink is going to be 2 colors. We used Lemon Lolly and Night of Navy. So those are your measurements. And also, Janet, who's one of my team members who also comes onto these videos a lot, she always writes the measurements. Thank you very much in the comments of this video. So Karen says, I love the Mediterranean paper. And yeah, so this new thing that team members can order right now, or like different people can order, like if you're getting your pre-order, this is just a really cool thing. And it is called Mini Corrugated 3D Embossing Folder. And I think what happened is it fell off my table, like across the table. This is like a big giant table, this wood thing. I think it fell over there and I don't want to go get it. But you need this embossing plate. It comes with your machine, this 3D embossing plate. So make that. So that's your... All right, so let's go ahead and take your screenshot of that and this. And then I want to see which one you guys like better. They're both Mediterranean blooms, by the way. So in case you're trying to decide which one you like better, it's same paper. Hold on, I got to put something up there. Here, we'll there's a glare. I'm just putting something up there. A glare in the air. Put that over there. Hey, we got a lot of rhymes. Sound like Dr. Seuss today on my channel. All right, so Lynn McFarden is finally better after 1 month of sinus infection. Hey, I know how you feel. I got sick before Christmas, and it was, I don't know what it was, really, but it was something, and I'm so glad it finally went away. When it did, you're like, yay, I can craft again. I feel better. Okay, so Jean's saying she likes the new one. That's like this. She likes that one better than the modified one. Oops, let me leave that there. She'll take your screenshot. Okay, Denise likes them both. You can still vote if you guys want to vote. Yep. And Barbara Munn says, great card. She loves the colors. They're fantastic. Embellishments have saved many times. Okay, yeah, that's when. So like Jean's saying, like putting an embellishment on things, like I was saying, all I did was ink over this one. You can't really see the mess up, but if you do, like see it a little bit, you just put like an embellishment over it. It's very easy to fix. And just ink over it. Like make everything seem like you did it on purpose. There are no real mistakes. You just kind of fix them. I still have upside down cards like that I've already mounted upside down. But then what I do is cut out the whole panel and use it on a bigger card, like the actual like 5x7 card or something. Like make it just a giant card. Jean's saying she's jealous of all the pics of the food. Yes, I did put a lot of pictures on my Facebook page. I didn't put them on the public page, but I put them on my personal page. There's Janet. Hi, Janet. Happy Saturday. Yes, it is such a pretty DSP. And it's great for spring. We have like good cards for spring. So yes, I'm happy that you're all here. All right, so ready for some fun? We're going to, let's see. I will show you the other cards for the series first, so we can then wrap this up. And then anyone who wants to stay, then we're not making another card. What I'm trying to do next, or not trying, what I will do next, if my camera doesn't fail me, is I'm going to take open up my paper pumpkin kit because I want you to see my happy mail. Right? So that's what I'm doing next. All right. Hi, Gloria. Nice to see you. Thank you for your comment. Okay. So what we did, again, the stamp set is here, right here with you in mind. So you know that what we're making. Okay. We've made this last week. I want to show you what we made last weekend. So if you missed it, I call my card club Card on Blue, and we always make something blue. So this is Mediterranean Blooms, and you voted on this. You said, let's use this. Let's make this blue card first. So we used boho blue, and we used these extra little sprigs and flowers, right? And the Thinking of You with the giant, we used a giant this die called the deckled rectangle and the nice layers. It's so simple, but it's so fun. And I just want to show you how I changed it up. I made a bunch at once while we were all here together, and then I changed it up. Not only did I change up this little pattern, it's just slightly different. Some of you guys said you liked the other pattern, this pattern better. I actually like the small pattern better. I changed it up and used this bedazzle paper, bedazzling I think it's called, and some brushed brass butterflies. And I think, wow, that really makes it pop. It's the same thing. And all I did was, the reason I was able to make it in like a minute, make that card in 1 minute, is because this was already made. I had a bunch of these made. I already had the card bases made, right? So it was easy to just pop it together and say, oh, what could I do as this layer here? Okay, so that's what we made. And I hadn't made that yet. I just want to show you because I made it since last week. And these are easy cards. We'll probably make them together in one tutorial. This is using the celebration paper. Maybe I'll even make them tomorrow. I'll see. I still got some other things planned. But these are very easy cards. And they use celebration paper called Irresistible Blooms. Is it called Irresistible Blooms? Gosh, I already forgot the name. I hope, am I right, you guys? Something with blooms, Irresistible Blooms. But it's this paper here. Oh, you know what? I have some bags of it. Bags of it. This isn't it. There. Toadstool Garden. Here it is. Bloom Impressions. Irresistible Blooms is a different paper, I think. I don't know where that came from. But this is what the paper is that we're using. Bloom Impressions Designer Series paper. And what I think would be fun is to test this out with a couple different color schemes. Like, you know, like maybe this is using the Shy Shamrock and the Fresh Freesia kind of combination. The card here I'm using Shy Shamrock here and here. And this one I'm using, you know, the blue that I sent you. Because I always, like I said, I send you blues. But I thought we'd, change it up and try a couple other combinations of this paper. And then you could see how this paper is different? This is called this one is, here, what is it called? Brushed Silver and Gold Specialty Foil Paper. So we'll get to use more specialty paper in these cards. And there's your butterflies. We'll use those. Okay, so we'll probably make these. I think I'm going to try to make them tomorrow. But I do have celebration to do. So if not, next weekend. All right, so let's now. Did I show you both? I showed you both. All right, that's it. So that's what we're making in the month of February. Hope you're enjoying these. And now clean up, clean up, clean up. Can you tell my husband teaches pre-kindergartners? You should see all the cleanup things, songs, and all this. Not just that, but the songs I have in my head. Can't get them out of my head. All right. We are opening something. I have no idea. I haven't even seen sneak peeks of this at all, this whole kit, because I haven't even had time to look at people posting. So I have no idea what's going to be in here. I do know that I didn't get the add-on. There's an add-on each month now for 3 months. So you can get like every 3 months, every quarter, there's an add-on with dies. So I might get that. I might order later and get that because it goes with 3 kinds of paper pumpkin kits. All right, so every time you get a kit. Now, by the way, I want to explain the difference between this one, which is called a paper pumpkin subscription, and my card club. Okay, we got Petunia Pop, and this is you're gonna see this better, this stamp set, when I show you the actual paper inside here. Whatever, there's a paper that shows what the stamp set looks like. All right, so the difference is, this is like $25, maybe $26. I can't remember now. Is it $25, $26? But it's cheaper if you get like a yearly subscription. The best time to get an annual subscription to Paper Pumpkin, honestly, is during celebration. Because you get your annual subscription. That's what I do every year. In fact, I get 2 of them. And I get the kits. And I get them. And then I get a bunch of free celebration items. And free shipping. So I always buy my prepaids. But you can also get it by the month. And if you're a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, you get a discount on your subscription. And if you're a customer, you can get it every month and just get billed once a month. So it's pretty cool. So if you subscribe to Paper Pumpkin right now, you're going to not get billed until next month. Until like March 10th. Around the 10th, that's when it closes. So subscription closes. Oh my God, look at this. Ooh. Ooh. Look at these cool. Oh my goodness, look at the amount of dimensionals. This is like crack for crafters, guys. Look at how many dimensionals they gave us. Anyway, back to this. Let me show you this. And this. Let me show you things as I'm talking. So if you subscribe by, say you subscribe from like today until March 10th, you're not getting this kit anymore because this kit is a surprise. So that's the difference between my kits and Paper Pumpkin. You get a surprise in the mail each month. Like, I'm very surprised, very pleasantly surprised. So not only is it fun, right? But it's fun to get these kits, but it's fun to be surprised. So hello, spring. And then the first thing I do is I open up the instructions and I don't open up the inside usually to see how it's made, but you can get detailed instructions on how it's made. The first thing I typically do is turn it over, though, and go like this and just look at the coordinating colors, which are basic beige, bubble bath, lemon lime twist, oh, my favorite, lost lagoon, old olive, petunia pop, and bronze. Maybe it's my second favorite. Actually, I have like 3 favorite colors. So this is what the stamp set looks like. Every month you get a stamp set, and you get a stamping spot, at least one. And I think March is the month we get the extra free stamp set. So that's pretty cool, because it's our anniversary month of Paper Pumpkin, and they give us, and it's not always a stamp set. They give us a free gift. I don't know what it'll be. All right, so this is cool. So let's look at all the stuff in it. So for 20-something, it's really worth it. You get those dimensionals, and that includes shipping. You get, this is tear and tape, dimensionals, let's see, linen thread, right? So yes, I have not used the add-on dies because I don't even have them, Bonnie. But I know that there's add-on dies. Here's the add-on dies. I need to order them. Maybe I need to do that later. Next time I order, I'm ordering the add-on dies. Because look, this add-on die goes with this. See? This little, it'll cut out some little, bunny, whatever, grass. And then we got little bees. And the little bee and some dye. And then we get a little heart. And it's like, I don't know how much the add-on dies are, but they're like so worth it. And I also get a discount on them. So I do like getting the add-on dies just for fun each time. And then, for my kits. And then they go with 3 months of kits. So anyway, that's the pleasant surprise, is that you get these. I mean, these are cool envelopes. Look at, these are very unique envelopes. And let's see, you have enough to make 9 cards. Looks like so. And this is the front to get the supplies. And I just want to show you the contents. And now mine is different. So this is a Paper Pumpkin kit. Stampin' Ups is less than my Card on Blue subscription, which is $39, including shipping. And I am one person. I'm not a company. I do not have the privilege or the ability to do mass production and manufacturing and get things more expensive. I physically make my kits, like physically make them. So I use card stock. You have enough stuff to make 8 cards, but you get extra little pieces in my kits. And then every 6 months you get a swag bag full of Stampin' Up goodies. These are beautiful. They're foiled things. So maybe by tomorrow I'll have something made with it that I can show on my channel. When I do my card club, I'll probably play around with this and make something with it. Okay, so this is nice textured cards. Now these are not as thick. They're getting better though. I will say they're getting a little better quality, these card stock. They're not as thick as the card stock that we're using for our card club, say. So in other words, it's not as heavy weight as the card stock I send you in your Card on Blue kits. But it's getting closer each time. It's getting a little bit thicker, I noticed over time. And I've been doing this Paper Pumpkin for longer than I've been a demonstrator. In fact, I was a Paper Pumpkin subscriber, and then I became a customer, and then I became a demonstrator. So it's kind of my progression of my Stampin' Up journey. And I've just made so many lifelong friends along the way. Oh my gosh, look at these pink things. So what I do is when I punch them out, I go like that. Little nibs, right? I get rid of the nibs. Now you can get rid of the nibs by doing that. Or you can get a little buffer. And I think that's what I'll do tonight. When I go in my house, I think I'm going to pop the kit open. So I just it's therapeutic for me. I know it's a little thing, but it makes it look professional. Because when I send you die cut shapes, for example, with your card club, they look very professional because I don't have a laser cut machine, these are made from like laser cut, right? I don't have a perforation. We physically die cut these, right? So that's why you get these die cuts. But these little shapes, just to make them look like they've been die cut. Wow, now this is something really nice. It says mint, metha, basil. Oh, this is like their Latin chives. So you got like all these little herbs. I like, this is beautiful. Little herb signs. I already know who's going to love cards like this. Do you have gardening friends? Chives. Okay, let's see. It says, thanks for helping me grow. Oh, love it. To a wonderful friend. And hello, spring. Let's see what else it says. If we could have any other sentiments. To a wonderful friend, sending love. Hello, spring. Happy Easter. Yes, we have a happy Easter stamp. And it says chives. Okay. I'm not sure why it says chives, but I guess because you can stamp your own. Okay, maybe because we'll look. We'll look at what it does. Do we stamp chives? No, we don't stamp it on there. It's just for extra fun stuff. So that's your kit. I am loving it. So I'm going to pop all these out, right? I'm going to take, just so you know how I do it, just in case you have the kit. And you don't want to use your little stamping spots. Not that, now if you don't have Petunia Pop, of course use your stamping spot. Hi, Frida. Nice to see you. I've gone off script again. Now I'm showing the paper pumpkin kit. Understanding what dies it is shows screen on the add-on sheet of die. Like I say, add-on sheet. Oh, I never noticed that. Thank you. So she's saying this one goes with this kit. This one we can tell goes with the Hearts of Love, or I think it was called Hearts of Love. Anywho, I'm going to now stamp with this one. So these I put in my mystery boxes. I have really, really cool mystery boxes. And I put my stamping spots in them for my customers because I know they don't have every color like me. I prefer not to use those. I prefer to use, the big stamping pad. Yep, little lint on there. That's my personal preference. But if you don't have Petunia Pop and you want to make this, then I would use Petunia Pop. So personally, I'm going to just, when I gather my supplies, I just get my stamping block. I don't take that with me, and then I take a silicone mat, and then I just kind of pop all these out and I start stamping. And I'm loving how many dimensionals they gave us, and they give us all the adhesive. So difference between Paper Pumpkin, once again, is this is a subscription right from Stampin' Up. I do get credit. I get a few dollars like when somebody does sign up with me. So I do appreciate if you're going to get Paper Pumpkin that you sign up with me. And if you used to be my demonstrator and now you're not, or used to be on my team and now you're still getting Paper Pumpkin, nobody's getting any credit anymore because you got the credit yourself when you were a demonstrator. So if you want to come back to my Paper Pumpkin, that'd be great. You can subscribe through me. Just go to my website and change it so that I'm your demonstrator. Otherwise, you're just sort of out there in limbo without and then you're probably wondering, why isn't she sending me little perks for being a Paper Pumpkin subscriber? Well, you might have used to be my subscriber, but once you joined Stampin' Up, you subscribed to yourself, and then I never got your subscription back. It's one of my pet peeves. I've talked to them about it. The tech people don't seem to figure out how to fix it, but it's all good. We love Stampin' Up. We're not going to complain because I am blessed beyond measure to have you guys all in my lives. I appreciate every one of you. Okay, dimensionals are a different size than usual. Okay. Yes, the sheet of them is different size than usual, but I don't think the individual dimensionals, I don't think the individual ones are small. They still look to me like that. So just so you know, individually they look like that size, but last month they were smaller. I'm taking this with me, all these little pieces, and I'm going to be paper pumpkining tonight. And I'm going to put my Petunia Pop away. I like having that extra Happy Easter stamp. All right, so just to sum up, in case you just got here and you're like, what is she talking about? Then I just want to show you what we did today. We made this card, Best Wishes card. So it's part of a Card on Blue card club. But if you're not in the U.S., you can't get my card club, but I appreciate you watching the videos from wherever you're at in the world. Each month we feature a different stamp set by Stampin' Up. Okay? The mini, I don't think they're mini. No, they're not mini, Karen. They're regular dimensionals. I mean, the sheet is bigger. The whole sheet of them. Okay, Gloria Wolf said I taught her how to use her scan and cut. We're having a retreat coming up in, I'm hoping the first weekend in April. Just verifying that. Hello, Karen. Nice to see you. Karen Buttery. Christina Fullen. Nice to see you. All right, so two more things, and then I'm out of here. One is the stamp set we're using next month. Well, no, I can't tell you that yet because I have to go look at the votes and see if it changed. But the one thing left is just that Moran, right? Moran from Victoria, British Columbia, sent me this cute little gnome calendar and everything. So I forgot to put that in my Happy Mail before, and I just wanted to say thank you, Moran. Love you. Love Happy Mail. All right. We'll be back tomorrow with more Celebration Club. This is just, we made some stuff with the fruits, salad paper. I'm going to be making some more celebration stuff tomorrow, and hopefully maybe one more card on Blue Card Club tutorial. So thank you all for watching. This is the Paper Chef. Have a great evening.